Bring in Sarah Palin, former vice presidential candidate and former governor of Alaska. So, Governor, I mean, this must tickle you. The irony here is pretty thick. Any reaction to these 50 migrants that showed up at Obama's vacation pad?
Yeah, and in the meantime, Arizona, Texas, others are inviting into their state hundreds every single day. We'll have 2 million illegal aliens coming across our border this year. And Martha Vineyard, the elites there, they're griping about 50. They speak out of both sides of their mouth, of course, Jesse. And it's just like with gun control. They try to take away our arms while their peeps are all, they're all firearmed up, protecting them. It's just like fences and borders. They all have fences around their property, but heaven forbid the U.S. has a secure border. And we have a rule of law in this country, and the rule of law is there, the whole concept of it, to protect us, Joe Sixpack, the normal American out there. And yet they certainly don't abide by the rule of law. They make up their own rules. It's just like their rules for insider trading. So many examples I could give. But we get the government that we vote for. And hopefully this will wake people up, especially those in deep blue states that have asked to be sanctuary cities. Finally, maybe they'll start paying attention.
Someone's paying attention. His name is Gavin Newsom out there in California. He says that he wants the Department of Justice to go after the governors of Texas and Florida and charge them with kidnapping. He wants to indict these governors on kidnapping charges for sending these illegal aliens on bus rides and air flights to these idyllic vacation spots.
Oh, well, that's par for the course, Newsom, there near Hollywood. He's such an actor, and he has to dramatize something like that so that we'll talk about him. The guy's goofy, and I feel sorry for the good people who live in California, and I speak to so many of them, friends of mine there, who can't believe what Gavin gets away with. That's kind of, it's typical of him to say such a thing, but wow, that kind of takes the cake, how goofy that one is.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't say a word about the cartels for all the human smuggling and kidnapping and drug dealing, but it's the governors.
Jesse, the fentanyl, the problem that we have coming across the border, and it's not just the illegal aliens that is this massive humanitarian crisis is being created by the left, inviting illegals in. Somebody has to take care of them, right? But it's not just the people. It's what they're bringing over. Fentanyl, and that's killing more people in a certain demographic, our young people, than any other cause of death. All the problems coming over the border, it's on Biden's shoulders. And I call on Congress to stop this Biden agenda that allows part of the fundamental transformation of America, allows the open borders, that's incentivizing people to come on over. And now, yeah, they're whining about the 50 that, flew in or rode in on air-conditioned buses. And, they can't handle that. So it's, rules for the rest of us peons, while the elites, they get to skate.
All right. There's a great ice cream parlors in Edgartown. I suggest all the migrants go there. The pistachio is exquisite. Sarah Palin, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.